Is it much further?
We'll reach Sukdal shortly, if those woodcutters by the forest weren't making it up. They looked pretty frightened.
Maybe they were just in awe of your beauty.
My, you've got a silver tongue, eh?
Not that I want to contradict, but I think there might be another reason. Sigismund is riding roughshod over the country, so the people are cautious. I can't blame them.
If it was only Sigismund. The devil is just as bad.
I thought we'd sorted all this out. He's no saint, not by any means. But he is an ally of the king. My friend.
Who is?
The Dry Devil.
Lord Hynek of Kunstadt, Burgrave of Znojmo Castle. A great warrior, and at this moment a guest of the Lord of Sukdal.
Why do they call him the Dry Devil, anyway?
You can ask him yourself when you see him.
I don't know why he's dry, but I know exactly why they call him Devil.
Can you give it a rest? I don't need you insulting him before I get a word in.
Great. So I'm to keep my mouth shut, eh?
Say what you like, just don't go bugging the devil. At least for a while. That's all I'm asking.
What is this Sukdal place we're heading to?
The fortress of Lord Pisek, Mint Master to King Wenceslas himself.
My word! And will a man of his stature see us?
We'll find out soon enough. But I hope Dry Devil vouches for us.
And what's your plan after that? We have to save Sir Hans.
Don't worry, we'll get to that. If it's not too late.
Hopefully it won't be. He's a noble. ransom him?
I don't know. His uncle...
Hello.
I know him. And I think I know why they say what they do about
W
him.
końcu.
Oh, but that's all by the by anyway.
Nie,
I
wczoraj
intend to
też
wage
grałem.
war, not parley. And if I know Dry Devil, he's of the same mind.
Won't it be dangerous for
To
Sir
dam
Hans?
przyhol.
It will, and for us too. But I'm sure Lord Capon is expecting that. He rode to Trusky as a messenger to von Berghoff.
No widzę, że
I reckon he
właśnie.
must have had some idea
Jak
what
już się
might
Diablo
happen.
chwytasz, to już jest strasznie źle. No, no wiesz, poszedłem w fabułę, nie robiłem tych pobocznych zadań, mi się jakoś nie chciało tam niektórych robić. Wiesz, tam jakieś, nie wiem, tam było pomóż choremu bykowi, tam coś tam, albo zbierz jakieś tam zioła, to jakoś tam mi nie rajcowało, nie? No. No ale generalnie ten wątek główny spoko, fajny. Na razie. Też takie polityczne właśnie, nie? Są, wiesz jak, wewnętrzne, nie? W Czechach coś tam działo, nie? No i te, wiesz, oblężenia, twierdzy i tak dalej, obrona, fajnie było, fajne. Potem ucieczka, wiesz jak, z tym tylnym wyjściem i tak dalej, przedzieranie się przez, wiesz, ciemny las i pełno strażników wchodzących. Fajnie, w ogóle fajna skradanka, nie? Kurde, ja się nie spodziewałem, że tu taki stealth będzie. No. No i jednak jest teraz już, wiesz, może jestem chyba gdzieś tak może w połowie, to jednak trzeba przejść tą pierwszą część, żeby tak, wiesz, no czuć to, co Henryk czuje, nie? Teraz w tych wydarzeniach. No wiesz, od pierwszej części szuka tego miecza, co ojciec mu tam wykuł, ten kowal, nie? Co na samym początku wykuwałeś, nie wiem, czy tam grałeś w początek, ale chyba tak, początek grałeś, nie? W jedynkę. No, ale ty ten z tym kowalem robiłeś ten miecz, nie? Na samym początku. No. No to ten miecz potem zabiera taki antagonista jeden i dopiero teraz odzyskałem go, nie? Gościa wyrzuciłem z wieży tam przez okno.
Captain Zizka and young Henry.
A najlepsze jest to, że się dowiedziałem teraz, bo wszedłem w te.
I'm afraid your friend.
Nie, jak się nazywałem? No, trofea. No i jego nie trzeba było zabijać tak naprawdę, nie? Nie musiałem go zabijać. No to...
Hinnock is no longer here.
Także no...
I'd love to know what brought you two together. But also, what the hell happened to you?
Well, sir...
Unfortunately, I'm otherwise occupied at the moment. Get some rest. You're clearly in dire need of it. We'll talk tomorrow. Sir Peter, please, take care of our guests.
Yes, sir.
Jeszcze nie trafiłem do tego Kottenberga, nie? Do tego największego miasta. Jestem ciekawy, jak tam będzie te wielkie miasto takie. No właśnie, nie próbowałem nawet. Nie wiem, czy to bezpośrednio... Nie wiem, czy to gry całej nie będzie trzeba ściągnąć. Czasem, wiesz? Ale to poczekaj, zaraz zobaczymy. Jakby to tu szukać? Wczoraj w Battlefielda trochę grałem. No, jakieś 2 rundy takim snajperem sobie po cichu grałem, tak wiesz, ukrywałem się, no kurde, wciągnąłem się, jak nie wiem. Co to, jak tu wpisać? Głodowór? A jest, w bibliotece. Hm. Pobierz, jest coś, nie? To pytanie, czy to się cała gra będzie ściągać? Obliczanie czasu. 27 gigabajtów. No to ma cała gra. Ale to nie, wszedłem na God of War, Ragnarok i tu jest odnośnik 20. rocznica God of War. I wszedłem na to i jest pobierz, nie? No, zobaczymy. Zobaczymy, co to jest.
You have a very fine fortress, my lord.
I'm glad you think so.
You don't?
To be honest, life in a fortress isn't ideal for a man. With my experience.
And with your fortune.
That gets worryingly smaller every day.
Kurde, prawie umieram z głodu. Przez te wszystkie wydarzenia. Przez te wszystkie wydarzenia już, kurde, umieram z głodu prawie. No. Pełno cutscenek i tak dalej było.
My apologies,
Pilot w spisku.
but we've already eaten, and I wasn't expecting more guests. I wouldn't want to give the impression that I'm feeding you with leftovers.
Not to worry,
No,
Sir
jak chcesz,
Peter.
to sobie zobacz, jak to
The
wygląda teraz.
leftovers from the Margrave's
Nie
table
domie.
are still a banquet for us. For me, at least. But I'm just a village girl.
I eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had a hard journey.
The journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trusky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain. What were you doing there, pray tell?
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil, and I had a job to do around Trusky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well,
Tak.
more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von
Odpukać,
Berghoff,
tak.
too.
And what
Skończyła
prevented
się
you
ta
from
fala,
completing
kurde,
that?
tych chorób
Righteous
znaczy.
deed.
Actually, it's a little bit my fault.
What are you saying, boy?
Me and my lords were sent to negotiate an alliance with von Berghoff. But that snake was using us the whole time to do his dirty work. He pretended he was willing to cross over to the side of Wenceslas. But instead, he sent us to fight against the king's allies.
And if that wasn't enough, von Orlitz and the Prague militia joined with him.
But why would the Pragas send forces to Trosky?
Here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation.
No ma być, nie? Jakiś taki większy. No ale się ociągają podobno, bo mieli wcześniej go wydać, nie? Podobno, coś tam słyszałem.
They took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to...
No nie. Tak? A, właśnie, no, coś było. Jakaś tam... Nie. No to trzeba podgrzewać chyba, nie? No to jest z ryżu przecież, nie?
Warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Bergel. Von Orlitz
Kurde,
in the
zagadałem ze
lead.
Sławkiem.
It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here.
No kurde, też będzie trzeba się szykować, nie? No, może w maju jakoś.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this
No.
occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh?
No.
Well, that is, I wouldn't dream of disrespecting the Margrave. Where do you know?
Kurde, bym się przeszedł
I
gdzieś.
don't really know him as such.
Rozprostował
We
nogi.
merely know each other due to my
końcu.
original trade.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to
Też
be,
na babie to jeszcze śnieg
well,
ostro.
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my head once.
Dzisiaj widziałem
And
Bartek
Catherine
na
here,
Rysiance
she-
byli,
I'm
bo oni
sure
tam
that's
co
of
tydzień
no
chodzą
interest
gdzieś
to
w
the
górę
noble gentleman. And anyway,
z tą Dominiką, no to kurde ostro śniegu
It's
jeszcze.
Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
Aye, we know each other well. We recently had talks together in Yatai.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinnek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
well, he was here for a while, at my invitation.
Was here? So he's gone?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hinnek, he was somewhat disturbed.
Disturbed? Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw as little of each other as possible. I'm sure if you're interested in the details, the Margrave will explain it to you himself.
I'd be very surprised.
What do you think about all of this, sir? Sigismund, Wenceslas, Jobst?
What kind of question is that? Do you doubt my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to weigh his words, sir.
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest asset.
Ale wiesz, to
This is
nudne to by było.
ridiculous. But what if the sovereign is truly bad? If he's mad, say.
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So, what about us? What do we do now?
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you, but the earliest he'll be back at the fortress will be tomorrow. I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to.
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns, for the sake of security.
Whose security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
Ah, so be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. Lord von Bergov is holding my lord, Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, hostage. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until you told me. And I've heard nothing about Lord Liechtenstein.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region. So there's a strong hope he's alive.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord Pisek.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit crammed.
I suppose I ought to get to bed. Where can I sleep, sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door. But first, eat your fill. All of you. And maybe you'd like to bathe before going to bed. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you. The baths are in the little house in the courtyard, right next to the well.
Do now.
What do you think? Have a proper meal and then go and lie down?
May I join you?
You should go and have that bath. Ideally, a nice cold one.
What do you think of...
He's a real man, but I hope...
What happened at Neb...
You're asking me?
Of course. I know you... I only remember that...
That must have been really terrible. I'm sorry.
There was this healer...
A girl of yours?
No, I suppose now on...
Poor girl. You have to live every day. That's all you can do.
Do you know if Michael...
I'm afraid I...
Did you know him?
Not now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
No, that's all right.
What now?
O, mój pokój w pałacu. Kurde. Co? No i? Co tam? Mhm. A, czyli ten raczej prawy, co dryfuje. Mhm. No w sumie wiesz, w sumie racja, no bo po co od razu wszystkie? Dobra, tak. A tu go zrobimy jakoś tak. Albo nie. No, wystarczy. Żebym z niego zrobił takiego jakiego jeszcze szykownego. Kapelusz mieszczański. Kapelusz szlachcica. Brzydko wygląda. Czapka z pawim piórem. Szlachecki kaptur, tak. Czapka łowiecka. Co tu jeszcze jest drugiego? Tylko charyzmy trzeba dużo. O. Kolczugi tutaj nie będę zakładał. Jest to nie, to nie. O to? Co to jest? Dworzanina. A gdzie to jest, kurde? tak. A znając życie nie będę miał kurde w ogóle udźwigu. Dobra. Kibelek jest, kominek jest. Dobra, co? Jakiś poziom tu dostałem? O, poziom główny. Ilu? Śni się coś. Zrobić zapis. No. Porządki w ekwipunku.
So you got your revenge? Father, did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next?
O, ciekawe, co teraz będzie.
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Berghoff.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up?
The Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I brought you something for breakfast, in case you were hungry. And there's a clean I thought that it could come in handy, since you weren't in the mood. Oh, have I been too bold?
No. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So,
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
That is... yes. Of course.
Thank you.
Co ja tu muszę zrobić w ogóle? Dziennik. Nazwiska.
Look out!
You see, meine Dame, we aren't idle here. My men train like that every day.
Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as mein Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. What do you say, lad? Am I right?
Well, your grandfather was right. A castle with a weak garrison is no good for anything. But your men... I'd say the girls from our village would do a better job of defending the place.
What did you say, you bastard? Why don't you show us how it's done, then? Now that we have...
Sure. If it'd make you happy.
Show us what you're made of, my knight.
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you have a go against one of ours. Pulcock, come here! The first to bleed loses.
No tylko... Nie.
Look out!
Careful!
You see, meine Dame, we aren't idle.
Lo, I'm just...
That's not in the end. What do you... What did you... Why don't you...
Sure.
Come, Pulcock, the first...
Enough! I give up!
Excellent, Henry.
Ah, it was nothing.
Good, Gama. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's von Berghoff's. I was meaning to sell it, but...
My word. I better go and find Zizka. The Margrave.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some...
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
Hey.
Mind where you're going.
God bless.
I'd like to learn...
What do you want to know?
I'm interested in sword...
Fine, but it'll take...
And this scar.
Look out.
Strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
Ah, this. I fell off the battlements at Laxenburg Castle.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Just wait until you've been through as much...
Ah, don't say that.
Right, but enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too. But
She's doing the right thing. And you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
I'll be going then.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
I beg your pardon.
Really? I have the John of Lick. But there's one thing, you're right. I heard you ended up in von Bergov's dungeon. You didn't reveal anything important.
Well, they asked questions, yes.
How did you prepare yourself?
I just thought something up.
Henry, what exactly did you tell them? What you might consider to be a
I don't know.
But you said you had time to think?
Well...
I've had better liars than you.
Although it wasn't me who told him. Von Berg...
What?
About Liechtenstein. I'm really sorry, sir.
But you've not...
But Lord Liechtenstein...
John went straight into the lion. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
I have to rest.
A noble thought.
But I made a promise, so...
I understand, but honest, the most...
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country. And of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go!
Recognize me, even like this, unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
Gdzie my jesteśmy w ogóle? O kurde. No, to jest ta druga mapa już jest. O kurde. O, to nieźle.
Necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill. And if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least for someone who knows something about him...
Ale że będę miał misję z tym
Like a
Polakiem.
good place to start. And if we find the devil,
No.
what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. Of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's gonna take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I hope so. And when he's free, then we can step on Sigismund's toes. I'm sure Lord Capon will be happy to help.
In that case, he'd be better off staying in captivity. So, what do you say? Should we speed up?
Aye. The
No.
sooner we get there, the better.
Nie. Słabo to wygląda. No kurde. No w ogóle patrząc na gameplaye, to mi bardzo przypomina, wiesz, no pomijając oczywiście tam usytuowanie historyczne, to Ghost Recona. Że to jest to samo. Nawet powiedziałbym, że Ghost Recon trochę ciekawszy jest. No ale wiesz, no tu zagrałeś raz, a potem następna część była taka sama i tak dalej, i tak dalej. No.
Warned you, you had it coming, you drunk.
No.
Hang on. I didn't see it.
Też, ale nie
Does
wiem.
feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from
Myślę, że już Horizon jest, kurde, ciekawszy.
Back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a crossing for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Mhm. Jakaś bitka będzie?
Shiska?
You turn on your heel and get going. If you value your life. You might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
Oh.
Kiss your arse.
Kurde, a mi, o, mnie naklepał.
Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still...
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's...
You're looking...
I see we have a lot...
That we do. Anyway, Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And
Thanks.
not that I couldn't handle that.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps, if he wasn't drunk or...
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil.
Well, when I said we have a lot to... This is the...
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day.
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winning.
I didn't...
Pay him.
All right.
Ah, I see you are a... We'll clear away the corpses.
That's nice of you. But
nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catch...
Did you hear Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course.
can he be trusted?
Treadlight? I don't...
If you say so. So, what's up with the devil?
That one...
What?
How should I know?
Shit, Kubianka, you must know.
Well, we botched this before we could react. They knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man.
Fuck.
It pisses me off that we had to leave him there.
Do you know
why?
Fuck. There's no...
My words. Otherwise, we would have not even a mouse cat.
How long has it been since he was...
I've been sitting here drinking ever...
A month?
That's they want to...
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on it. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish it. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes your dice wager, they'll spill him what they say. The people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our...
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards.
I thought the devil would have at least...
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me.
Maybe.
Maybe. Surely.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice west of here.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be...
Great!
Don't dilly-dally. Keep an eye on him.
O kurde, ale oberwałem.
You will have plenty of time to look around once the devil is free. So hop on, we have to ride.
Are you all right?
Look out!
You silly mutt.
Nie, są dwie mapy. Połowa gry, no. Za mną. Można powiedzieć.
God bless.
O! Ale fajnie szczypnie.
If I leave now, the whole plan could go to shit. I can't leave until we rescue the devil, whoever he is.
Quick!
Czarcia nura.
What a relief. I just better not piss on my boots or trip over. Oh, almost done. Oh, not done yet. Finally.
What's that you got? Search. I should stay with Kubyanka. I can't leave until we rescue the devil, whoever he is.
brought him almost all the way to Sigismund's camp. So...
What are we gonna do?
Well, welcome to our camp.
This mess?
Hey!
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down and something is buried up.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
One of those places. Let's look at all.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. I'll walk around. Anyway, we need a shovel. There used to be one by Janner's tent.
Which one is that?
The one made of leaves. He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in cater.
Come on then. We don't have much time.